Hello everyone, welcome to my build guide for Maelle for story mode. So this is before we can do over 10k damage. So I wasn't using Maelle that much because these three CL, Luna and Verso had such a good synergy on story mode that Maelle got a bit behind there for a while after Verso shows up. But then after the Axons, Maelle gets a stupid crazy good um, skill, which is Gustav's Homage. So this thing will do 10k for 8 hits, so that's 80k. That's freaking amazing. It allowed me to kill Sprung. I already had Luna doing this, but she can do it every single turn with the build that I put on her. So on story mode, you will have access to offensive switch, is pretty good for when you have nothing better to do. Swift stride is always good if you want to change to virtuoso stance because of some reason. Florid fury when you have 6 but don't have 8, and breaking rolls if the target is defenseless or if you want to break all shields, but this is what you want to go for. Deals high single target lightning damage, increased damage to marked, and doesn't remove marks, so all 8 hits will deal increased damage on marked targets. This is crazy. Now, for weapon, I picked up this one because I don't really remember when we get this, but it's not very late in the game. I don't think it's late in the game because I did sprung with her, so at least after the accent you should have it. So on turn start, switch to offensive stance, and if we see here in the help. Expedition basics, so Maelle stances. Entering any of the stances provides Maelle with 1 AP. So when we are without stance, she's gonna switch to offensive stance, which gonna give her 1 AP. Then fire skills cost 1 less AP, which makes offensive switch become 0 cost, and plus 1 shield on switching to offensive stance, which is basically 1 shield per turn. So if you don't get hit, you start accumulating shields. Damage is pretty okay, 2k at level 20, so this is a pretty good weapon for the build that I'm showing you. I don't even know what it is. So 2 defensive. Okay. So then for Pictus on her, I use everything that increases her speed, her crit, and her damage, plus a bit of health. I try to put a bit of health on everyone. See, she has this extra health and she only has 2.5k health. So I try to put a bit of health. But her key here is those 78% critical rate, okay? She ends up being really strong. She also has the shields. So every time she goes to offensive stance, she gets a shield, so you can get hit at least once per turn. Then 30% increased damage until a hit is received, 5 increased damage increased per turn, 30 increased damage while having shields, but receiving any damage always removes all shields. So doesn't matter how many shields she has, she always gets she always loses everything. Then if you see the remaining things I have on her are break and damage. So she has breaker, she has breaking burn, so if the enemy is burning she increases break. She has critical break, critical burn, So if the enemy is burning, she has 100% critical chance. If the enemy is defenseless, she has 100% critical chance. Dodger, because I'm a dodger, I don't parry, I dodge. Then I put energizing start on her, 2 energizing starts. Because she will get from energizing turn plus 2 energizing starts, that's 3 points. So we start with 2 plus 1 from the turn, plus that's 3. So 3 plus 1 to increase stance, that's 7, I think. I think that's it. She starts with 7. Then I use glass cannon for damage, increased affinity for damage, rewarding mark for getting 2 AP once she hits a damaged enemy, tainted, damage, teamwork, damage, warming up, damage, shield affinity, damage. Everything on her is damage. Now the idea behind her build is she will do 1 gradient attack, she will get 3 AP back, and she will do Gustav's Homage. Her gradient attack will switch her to, that's not it. Her gradient attack will switch her to Virtuoso. Her gradient attack will switch her to Virtuoso. So she deals 5 hits on offensive stance, which is already okay damage. It will end up being probably like 20k, 10k. And then on Virtuoso, on Gustav's Homage, she will do 80k. And that's it. That's the thing with her. I'm just using her to nuke everyone down. So she's way better in single target. So this multi-target thing, I'm gonna try with her alone, but I don't know how that's gonna go. Guess it will depend on my ability to dodge these guys that I'm not trusting very much for now. Could have put her with Ciel actually. Okay, so she has first strike, she starts with 8, see, not 7, 8. She immediately gets a shield, so she can get hit once. And she has shields, so her damage is increased. And she's... so... I'm just gonna kill one. That's it. That would be a full 80,000. Oh. Shield there. Now, she gets 3. And she got no shields this time, because she's in Virtuoso. So let's just, I don't know, kill this guy maybe? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm really bad at dodging these guys. Okay, so that guy is the next one, so... I can do Flooded Fury just for kicks. He probably will die anyway. Yep. Now it's her again, and I can do the same thing. Or even if you just do an offensive switch, damage would be stupid. In this case 3k was enough, but she probably did 10k there. Because of all the 50% increases and the 25% increases, and all those increases will just make her stupid good. So yeah, that's it. That's my build for Maelle. Hope this is useful for you. Like or subscribe. Remember, it's a story build, not an endgame build. Endgame builds will start changing a little bit now on my playthrough. So have fun. See you later. Bye.